So what do we want to do? We want to jump back in the Mazda, but our search says Chevy, so it wouldn't let us do that. So we're going to go back to the Mazda, and we're going to use the same vehicle, the same track, and run the same. No, we're going to be running a different pack of opponents because we've changed our opponents' capabilities. Right? If we look at this, we've gone from 80 to 85. We've added zero variation. All of our field was 80% of our capability previously. But now, well, 80% of some baseline capability. And we're going to run 85%. Oh, hiccups. 85%. And we also turned up their aggression level. So we're going to rerun this. And you know what we're going to do? I was just thinking, should I start at the back of the pack? Where the hell does that happen at? Opponents? Summary? Here, starting position. You know, I think I'm going to stick to starting at 12th. Same starting position, mid pack, but we have turned up the competition's skill level, the variability between the competition, and the aggression of the competition. So that's where we are at. And what I want to do is I'm going to leave it right here, and I'm going to exit the game. And I am going to open up my Logitech profiler. I want to bust out this guy, edit, assignments, specific game settings. All right, so I think I'm going to turn that off. I think that's the only way that I'm going to get what I want, and I'm going to go to 240. All right. Yep. I'm going to try 240 degrees of wheel rotation instead of 540 degrees. You know what? Maybe I'll go to 360. Let's go incrementally, little by little, up and down. I don't want to report combined pedals, but I'm disallowing the use of in-game settings. So we're going to find out now. Man, it still feels pretty firm on the wheel. I think for this to work, I have to launch it through the Logitech profiler. So while that fires up, well, I guess I've already got a beer. I'm fine. Let's get her done. Okay, bouncing into the main menu. Now I got a beast of a machine, so my game loads really quick. Really quick. And we've already been through the other stuff. Let's just have a look at the settings, options, controls, and see we had previously turned that down to 540, but now I'm hoping, man, it just doesn't really feel like, man, it doesn't feel like the centering spring and the force feedback is being reduced. So shit. Is this game not like recognizing my G27? It has to. It says main controls G27, and I turned off allowing in-game settings. Well, we'll find out. And if it's still too stiff, I'm gonna come in here and shit, man. I'm looking for, where is it? Here, force feedback. Minimum force is 10%. Okay, minimum force is 0. Shit. But I turned off, in-game settings. So curb effects, road effects, slip effects. Well, we'll see. Maybe my Logitech profiler isn't really active. All right. Hello, friends. It's Brain from GameBrain.media, and we're going to run Assetto Corsa. And I'm just bringing this up in case I end up, editing this video because it's become pretty long right now. So I'm going to start that over. Hello, friends. It's Brain from GameBrain.media. We're going to play Assetto Corsa and run the Mazda MX-5 Cup car at Laguna Seca. We've already run it once, and we did it with, well, not custom assists. We were on gamer mode, man. Ah, shit. What, did you really mess up the gamer mode? I don't think so. But we are starting middle of the pack at position 12. We are running against, well, we're using the gamer settings, and we're running against opponents who are at 85% strength with a 5% variation, 50% aggression. And we're running 23 opponents for 24 car field. We are starting in the middle of the pack. And here we go. Now, we ran this once, but the degree of difficulty of our opponents was set at 80%, or the degree of competency was set at 80%. Of whatever this game thinks 100% is, not against my skill, because they beat me. I started in the middle of the pack at 12th, and I finished, I think, second or third. Second. So anyway, we're gonna find out how it goes, dude. And I'm gonna try to drive this whole thing from cockpit. Starting in 12th place, huh? Wow, it looks like a lot more cars in front of me than 12. Somebody's rubbing. So, the Miata is a momentum car. You got to carry your speed through the turns. You can't brake and then rely on horsepower to get you through the next straightaway. So you kind of got to coast around this corner with as minimal brake as possible and try to maintain speed. Yeah, I know. Anybody watching this is probably going to be like, yeah, you're an amateur. Yeah, I am, dude. It's been a long time since I played this game. Like, ages. It's tough getting back in the swing of things, right? And I mean, I was never speed racing to begin with, but I do love to play the game. I got a Logitech G27 in case I do break this up and edit this into multiple videos. I'm streaming live on Twitch right now. Talked a lot about wheels in the first part of the video. Maybe however many I split this video up into. It's been a long video. Look at that. Man, the whole front of the pack is getting away from me. The first time I ran this, and I was only running 80% field difficulty with zero variation in other players and no aggression. I went from 12th in the pack up to second place, or third place. I can't remember. I think it was second. But, yeah, now you can see I'm falling behind. We're only going to run a 3-lap race. I talked about this being a momentum car, and then I came to a complete stop and tried to rely on horsepower. So, this is a tough corner to get through, man. I swear to God. Real easy to go wide on that. Now that should be easy to carry your speed through, but I tell you, everything about Laguna to me is tricky. Every freaking corner is tricky. But I do love it. This is my favorite track. Yeah, the pack's getting away from me. As long as I can hold off these jokers, I'll be pretty happy. I don't think I'm going to be able to hold them off. They're coming at me like a swarm of bees, man. Look at them! I'm still mid-pack. Yeah, 12th place. I think there's only one transponder clip on this, one transponder post on this track. There might be two, or the game only has one. Because I was noticing in a couple other tracks that I tried last week, and I'm like, oh man, it's too cold in this garage. I moved it upstairs. I was racing in the garage in a play seat, and I moved it upstairs to a desk. It's just too cold now. guys, but, you know, gotta hold my position. Bam, here we hit the transponder, and I'm still at 12th. Or across the finish line, it should have updated my position. So, yeah, I have not been able to get into... I haven't changed the place. I haven't gained or lost a position. I started in 12th place on the grid because I didn't want to run through practice and qualifying and all that crap. Oh man, this guy behind me is gonna eat me. Oh, and he's got another guy. Oh, they're all coming hard, man. All right, so I think I got my work cut out for me running at this difficulty level. Starting mid-pack. I could run a qualifier if I ran a race weekend. I could just skip the practice sessions, get into the qualifying sessions, and yeah, that guy. Yeah, I'm not taking the best line through here, but I'm kind of being defensive. Here, too. I don't want this guy to take me out before I get to the line, man. Gotta hold him off. Oh, I bet he's pissed. I should get him. I should be able to stay ahead of him after that hairpin. Especially drifting over here into his line. Yeah, I'm going to finish in 12th. Boom! No, that should actually be a fun replay to watch, though. Alright, so this is going to coast down. Don't hit escape, and it'll give me a menu, and I should be able to play a replay. See, now, it's such a crappy user interface. I guess, you know, you're supposed to just know that means restart the race, do it again. And then this icon at the bottom left, that restarts. I'm going to run the one in the center, and there's a replay. And then they give me this little grid at the bottom with video controls. Yeah. Okay, so I can change the camera here. But why isn't this running? There it is. Go, 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 go. I thought there was a way to minimize this HUD. There probably is. It might be a mod that I installed, but it's probably just a hotkey. Oh, F3 has changed camera. I tried F3 to hide HUD. It didn't change. Well, that was pretty tough. I did better in the Mustang, actually, at these settings. So I need to keep running with a field at 85% skill as the game's baseline, not of 85% of my skill. They're not running 85% of my lap times because I've never run this track or the next track or the next track. It's 85% of the game's baseline AI ability. So you can crank the AI's ability up to clearly 100, but you can go beyond that, and you can be racing some AI that's going to be really hard. And you know, there's going to be a 5% variable. You can race against guys who are 120%, and so that means most of the field is going to be running at that same level. Even with a 5% variation, you can be racing guys at 115 to 125, probably. I don't know if it goes beyond. We can take a look. That would actually be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? I love that, this kind of camera, the helicopter camera. Anyway, and then 5% aggression. You can go up to, I think, 10% aggression. Now, this guy in the yellow car behind me, he was getting all up in my junk. So, if I had the aggression set any higher, he probably would have whooped me. So, I need to keep running this and practice more, get better, find some turn-in points, understand how to carry momentum in this car better. You know, lots and lots and lots of stuff. What a great game, though. I mean, look at it. In the replay, it's beautiful. You know, keep creeping the AI difficulty up until you get good enough to feel like you can go online and join some races. I highly recommend Race Department. You do have to register with your full real name, and I believe you also have to pay to join their servers. They are very strict. They have rules and referees and shit like that. What do they call it? Track monitors? I don't know. It's worth looking into. Well, you know what, though? I haven't been in the racing game for a very long time, so Race Department's rules may have changed. I understand when I just peeked at them this week, they are in the process of looking for a new server hosting platform. So I think some of their games or some of their races were suspended because they just didn't have... They weren't going to pay the same company. But I think it's $15 a year. The unfortunate thing is most of those racers and players are not in the United States. It's a European website, and a lot of the races happen, you know, when those guys get off of work at 6 p.m. and it's still noon in Chicago or in the Midwest. So when you get home at 6 o'clock, there's nobody out there. Well, there are some people that are still racing at midnight in Europe, but you know, it's about a 6-hour differential, I think, between us and them. Midwest to the UK, Poland. Might be an hour difference between Poland and the UK. I don't know. But a lot of the races, you know, just always get posted as, hey, we're going to be running this track at this car with this car at this time. And it's like, what the fuck? Noon? My time? Or 11 a.m.? Or 2 p.m.? Sorry, can't be there. Alright. Well, that was the... I guess we're really close. This is not the last time that yellow car challenged me. And here we come down the corkscrew. I love this turn. It's impossible for me to master. I've been on it in so many different vehicles over the years. MotoGP is one of my favorites to run it with. Flipping, flopping through that. Oh, what a track, man. And the corners are so weird. They're like all double kinks. You know, there's not just a constant, consistent, single, not a single freaking turn is a perfect, steady radius. I might be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. Bam! That's it. That was a good race. Fun to watch. Oh, man. What cool stuff. So, here we are. Now, I finished 12th with a... Wow, I was 32 seconds down from the leader. 22 seconds behind the guy in front of me. Wow. So, I was just holding up the entire pack behind me. Those guys would have set much better times. Yeah. There's that. Like I said, you could go to a race weekend and you'd be doing multiple stuff in terms of practice and qualifying, and then you get on the grid. Or heat races, and then I think you get on the grid. Here you can see, I'm going to go back to quick race, and you can see right here under this column that says single, there were 23 opponents, 85% strength, 5% variation. Let's look at that. Yeah, the variation is only 5% maximum, but the aggression can go all the way up to 100%. I'm not ready for that yet, to tell you the truth. I'm going to stick to 50% aggression, 5% variation, and 85%. Because man, if I couldn't even get, I finished in 12th. I finished where I started. So I didn't pass a single car. All I did was hold up traffic and, cock blocked anybody behind me. Yes, that's not really nice in racing circles. So